Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, Man Mick here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I've been asked regarding the 125 150cc G model about doing the valve check and how to take the tank off, etc. before doing the valve check, because you have to get to the head of the engine to do the valves. So this video is in three parts. Firstly is to remove the fuel tank, then it's to do the valve check, and then it's to put the tank back on afterwards. And I must stress this is the Zontes G model, Zontes Kin G model. Yet the second part where you do the valve check is the same as on the other models. In the range of the 125 150cc on the U and U1 models, but this is specifically designed for the G model because you have to remove the tank. I will do a specific video of this regarding the U and U1 models, how to remove the tank, do the valve check on another video. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty of what the actual owner's manual says, because I have my own different opinions. You have to remove the coolant to actually do this valve check. The coolant change is supposed to be every 3 years or 30,000 kilometers, which is 18,600 miles. So you would normally change that. That's a standard thing. Every 3 years you change your coolant. Now let's talk about the valve check itself. I have been riding motorbikes for 43 years and never ever done a valve check. For me, the valves are fine. If they're not making any tapping noise that you can hear on your engine, you don't go near them. That's my specific thing to say. But motorcycle dealers are no different to car dealers in respect of the manufacturers make the bike, they do specifics on the requirements, and then the dealers cashing on the money on doing the work, unless you can do the work yourself. This is the way the system works. This is how you continue with your warranty on your motorbike if you've got a warranty as a new bike. And this is how the dealers still stay in dealership, because they do the actual work afterwards. This is the only part of money they probably make out the entire deal, is the service bike. Well, that's not true really. They make a bit of money out of the actual purchase of the bike to what you pay for it, but the actual warranty work and doing the servicing is part of the actual keeping them alive. So let's crack on with the specifics. The valve check is every 10,000 kilometers or 6,200 miles or 30 months, whichever occurs first on your bike. And to me personally, a valve check is get your engine warm, get your head down, get your ear towards the top of the actual cylinder and see if you can hear any abnormal clicking noises that you wouldn't normally hear. You rev the engine slightly, and if it's fine, then you wouldn't actually do any of this process whatsoever. You would crack on and just keep enjoying your ride. But anyway, you have two sets of valves, two inlets and two outlet valves. The inlet valves with your air and fuel will be marked, and they're between 0.08 and 0.12 millimeters on their tolerance after you've put the camshaft up to top dead center. The outlet valves, which is the exhaust valve, two of those, they will be 0.13 to 0.17 millimeter tolerance on your feeler gauge, and you can adjust them if necessary with the actual adjusting nut. So it's black enough. And this video shows you how to do it. Just pause the video when you're required to pause it and check with the feeler gauge as necessary. And at the end of the video, after you've done this, it will show you how to put your tank back on. Don't forget, you're going to have to fill with coolant again, so look in my playlist for the 125 150cc playlist, and it will still be a coolant video, how to replace the coolant. There's a certain way of doing it, because there's an air bleed valve as well after you put coolant in to make sure there's no air in the system. There's a lot of work involved in doing this in respect of a dealer, so they're going to charge you a bomb for doing this. I'm not sure how much, so if you can do it yourself, then this video shows you how to do it. It's just methodical, it's simple in respect of just doing it by one bit at a time and then progressing to the next stage. And you will get through it. I definitely think you need a guide if you can do it yourself. And you're going to need, well, at least an indoor place, because if they can do this video and how to do it in about 12 minutes, you're going to take all day doing it nice and steady to get it all done as per. And I know people who are working guiders. I've known them all my life in respect of going through different stages of my life. I'm 64 years old now. 42 years of driving motorbikes, quite a few guides, lads, working guiders. And on a few occasions I have heard, oh, your bike brought in for his valve check. We started the bike up, the valve sounds lovely, there's no noise whatsoever. So we're charging 200 quid and sent him on his way 2 hours later when he came back for the bike. That's, the way the world is. You're getting charged and you're not sure if they're doing the work. So I suppose if you can do it yourself, it's a brilliant way of doing things. A couple of you doing it, not just one of you, maybe one or two of you doing it methodically and step by step, and you can get through it. But personally, myself, I would wait, if I was going to do it, I would wait for the 3-year cycle of the coolant change, in respect of 30,000 kilometers or 18,600 miles. When you're doing the coolant change, then I would do this. I would check every 6,000 miles with my ears on the actual bike to make sure it was running correctly. There was no valve tapping noise, as you might say. And I would leave it till the 3 years is up before I did this. But this is my opinion, obviously. It shows you how to do it when you want to do it. Everybody's different. None of us drive the same cars. Just down the road, there's lots of different car manufacturers down the road. Everybody has a different opinion on everything else. So this is just showing you how to actually do the work. And like I keep saying to everybody, there's over 1,500 videos now in my playlist. All bikes, 125s, 310s, 350cc, all broken down into a different playlist, so you can actually maintain your motorcycle yourself, a Zontes motorcycle or scooter, or you can do certain work on your scooter, because all scooters work the same way. You have a CVT drive belt system, so you can actually clean that out. You can look at my videos how to clean rollers, etc. So please look in the playlist. Please like, subscribe and join our journey. I hope you've liked me rambling on this video. And if you're using this video as a step-by-step guide, then please mute me. Definitely mute me. And just concentrate on what it's saying on screen. And if you're doing this work now and looking at the video and you've put the tap back on, etc., like I said, don't forget you've got to add the coolant back into the bike. There's a specific video in my playlist. This is Mad Mick, finished rambling on now. This has been enjoyable to do. Please like, subscribe and join our journey. I'd love to have you on our journey. Lots of videos to come. This is Mad Mick signing off. I'll speak to you later. Bye for now.